Hey, welcome back lads. So we have some more information about the future of Call of Duty Zombies, and more specifically zombies in the next Black Ops game that is going to return next year after Modern Warfare 3. So this is some pretty insane stuff that has leaked out. Basically, some leaker accounts on Twitter said they have found these files, game files, that relate to Black Ops 2024, and first things first, there are two different zombies maps referenced here, so yeah, it would seem they are planning to launch the game with two maps for normal round-based zombies. Nice man, that is exactly what we wanted to hear. That is just simply amazing news. Perhaps one would be the main map and the other would be a kind of smaller side map, but so far the maps are still under code names. We don't know the exact locations or the official names yet, but the code names are not really the important thing here. Just to go over it quickly, they are Quartz and Garnet, which are the names of two gemstones, you know, like crystal kind of things, which, as I said, has no meaning. Previously, zombie maps have been codenamed colors like blue, red, and pink. It doesn't really mean anything. For example, here, Die Maschine in Cold War was called silver, so yeah, whatever. But what is important, what does tell us about the maps and the content is, well, let's take a look at the other stuff that was leaked here. So the Quartz map has a deck cannon trap, which is like, well, you know, a cannon on the deck of a ship, and one of the other maps, probably the same, has a tentacle trap. Yeah, you heard that right, tentacle, like an octopus, I guess. So I think we have a good idea about what this map is about. I mean, a boat and tentacles is like an ocean or a naval themed map, so some people I saw were like, oh, a cannon on a ship, it must be pirates, right? A pirate zombie map, but I don't think so. I don't really see how pirates fit into this story that continues on from Cold War. It just doesn't fit, doesn't really make sense. And you know, a cannon doesn't necessarily mean the stereotypical old school cannon that fires a cannonball. Like, some naval guns today are still classified as a cannon. And if you remember, at the end of Cold War, this is what they were teasing, where Dr. Peck survives and he's in Japan looking to take a boat to a random location in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, which is where we dumped the Dark Ether missiles during Cold War in the Outbreak story. And Dr. Peck worked on those missiles. You can think of them as basically Dark Ether nukes, and it looks like he's trying to, you know, he's on a mission to recover them, and that is what this map is about. At the end of Cold War as well, the Dark Ether was kind of shut off from our world, but then those crystals were still there from the missiles under the ocean. So for about 5 years now in the story, that like those crystals and the Dark Ether energy has been there, like growing and corrupting the area. So that's why there'll probably be a load of like tentacles and like sea creatures that are all zombified and stuff. That would have created a zombie outbreak zone. And the other thing is, I don't know how Dr. Peck, this Japanese man, and probably a small fishing boat are supposed to recover these massive missiles from the bottom of the ocean. So it's very likely that there's going to be like naval ships, warships, or maybe like an oil rig or some kind of facility, like maybe an underwater facility, and that's what the map is about. As we know, Dr. Peck is a scientist. He likes to build things. He's built a lot of, you know, the facilities and kind of technology that we saw in Cold War Zombies, so that map will kind of follow on. Now, as for the tentacles, there could be a lot of creatures similar to the Apophicons from Black Ops 3 that are based on like Cthulhu and Lovecraft mythology, so that's kind of a way that they could tie that in because of the sea creatures. And I'll not be surprised if the Easter egg ending boss fight is a giant kraken. And finally, for the second map, we got just one detail that there is going to be a jump scare you can come across, a jump scare of a vermin. So what's that, like a rat or something? You know, a rat could be anywhere, so it doesn't really tell us anything about the map. But I guess you could say that, you know, rats and vermin are known to be in dirty and kind of unkept, neglected places. And we know at the end of Cold War, Richtofen sent the main characters like Weaver to a black site, which is like a top secret military prison, which I guess aren't really known to have nice conditions. So I think that is what the other map will be about, is the characters trying to escape from that prison facility, and I think that is about that. So of course, if there's any other leaks, any other updates, I'll keep you, well, updated. So stay spicy, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.